Cyber Ninja Online, guys, and welcome back to a new game to my channel. This one's Papers, Please, and it's been out for a while. It's not necessarily new. I picked it up a while ago. I tried it out. I really liked it, and I thought it was pretty fun. So I thought I'd do some videos on it. I just never really got around to it till now, and so yeah, I'm gonna be playing through the story mode. I'm gonna try my best to do story mode with my job intact, because I've never done that before. So that means I'll make all the hard decisions of not, going down the multiple paths, because this game has a ton of endings. I think it has I can't even remember how many endings, but it has a lot. More than a regular game, which opts out for multiple playthroughs, obviously. But I think I'm only going to be playing through the one. If we make it to the end, we'll unlock endless mode. And if we do that, then maybe I'll do some separate videos if you guys want to see more at any time like that. So yeah, also I'm gonna put up a disclaimer right now. This game has animated nudity. It's not as bad as you'd think. It's just there's scanners that you can get at one point where you have to scan people and make sure they're not carrying contraband and stuff. I'm gonna leave that on. So for that reason, these videos are gonna be restricted to mature audiences, meaning you're gonna have to have a YouTube account, and it's gonna have to be of age to see this stuff. So I'm sorry if that affects a lot of people. Obviously, those that can hear this right now and that are watching it won't affect those people, but yeah. So anyways, let's jump right into this here. I'm gonna start story mode. Now I have a bunch of different games set up here. I got 4 to be exact. We're gonna go ahead and delete all these different games here. I don't need any of them. Then there's no confusion. Okay, so day 1, first day of our job. Congratulations. The October Labor Lottery is complete. Your name was pulled. For immediate placement, report to the Ministry of Administration at Greston Border Checkpoint. An apartment will be provided for you and your family in East Greston. Expect a Class 8 dwelling. Class 8 is like the lowest one. So imagine it'd be like Class 8, Class 7, Class 6, Class 5. Yeah, Class 8 is like the lowest one, I'm pretty sure. Glory to... Now, I'm never sure how to pronounce this, so excuse me if I butcher it. I think it's Aristotska. But, like I said, excuse me if I butcher that. Okay, so there's this dynamic paper that changes according to gameplay and according to how you play out certain levels. So here's the paper for November 23rd, 1982. Greston Border Checkpoint opens at last. After 6 long years, can the Ministry of Administration keep us safe? Families that unite, politics, entertainment, blah, blah, blah. So let's walk to work here. You'll get to see our new life. So like I said, it's November 23rd, 1982. The date is crucial because we're going to need the date for later days so we can check verification dates and stuff. Okay, so Aristotska, Ministry of Administration, Official Bulletin. Inspector, welcome to your new position at Greston Border Checkpoint. Stamp passport, entry visa, and return documents to entrant. Entry is restricted to Aristotskan citizens only. Deny all foreigners. Glory to Aristotska. And then these just tell you about the gimmicks in the level and how to play, so we gotta pay attention to passport nationality. This explains everything here, which I'll get to in a second. And then this is the highlights from the paper. Right here I have my shutter, so that's how I can open and close my shutter. So like to accept people and whatnot. I'm pretty sure you have to have it open in order to get things from people and give them back. Even though there's a little slit there, I think to give them back you have to have the shutter open. This is the counter, so this is where all of our things will be placed when they give us their passports. This is the rule book. We don't need it for the first day, but basically it shows you basic rules, regional maps, so if they're from Aristotska I can double check the issue and city and stuff. And yeah. Also it has what was the last thing? Booth info, so it gives you a little added it's basically this whole thing again. This is the audio transcript, so any talking that happens here between this person will come up there. Right there is the counter for how many people you've served. That is their weight, so that will come into factor later. You can see how tall they are, but I still use the comparison mode just to make sure, because it's kind of hard to see if they're 1.71 sometimes, because it's only in intervals of 10. So this is where documents go, and then that's the time and date. So we only have a limited amount of time per day, and then the date there, like I said, will come into play later. So let's start her off. This is also our stamp, by the way. We have a deny and approve stamp there. Okay, so the first thing to note is this person's Aristotskin. So automatically I'm going to allow them entry. There's no other gimmicks in the first day, so I don't have to worry about anything else. And the only rule for the first day is to make sure I don't allow any foreigners. So this one's foreign. This is actually an import passport. So unfortunately they're not getting through. I'm not going to be reading this as I play, but you guys can pay attention to that and see what people say and how they feel about this and all that. Another foreigner from Republia. Unbelievable. Go to hell. Well, I'm just doing my job. I got a family to support, which you'll learn about in a second here. Aristotskin. Now the stamps don't have to be 100% accurate like you just seen there. As long as it's on that one side, then you're good. So. And this guy just came to talk, so that's cool too. We're already up to 5 people. I don't think you get paid for him. I'm not entirely sure though. Deny that person. They're from Kalichia. I think that's how you pronounce that. Got another person here. Papers, please. There's Stotskin. But yeah, this is a fun game. It's not as slow as this. I mean, it starts to pick up. They start to give you like 4 or 5 pieces of paper at a time, where it just starts to get crazy. They start to have people to look out for. And then later on in the game, they also start to have little side quests and stuff. Well, sorry, deviating paths and stuff. Like there's cults that will approach you, and different moral situations and all that. So this is definitely a game to enjoy. It's fun to play. It doesn't strain you too much. I mean, you don't need a lot of I don't really want to say that, but you don't need a lot of concentration, at least at the beginning part. Later, you're going to have to pay attention to literally everything, but until then, and I can't believe I missed that. Now, the key here is to be as fast as possible, because like I said, you get paid per person. So obviously, the more people you process, the more you get paid. Which is important later, because after this level, you'll see the end level screen, and that's where you have to pay bills and stuff and manage money. And obviously, the more you make, the easier it is to do that. So we'll see that in a little bit. Some of these character portraits just look really weird too, by the way. And I missed. And there we go. Also, you don't get paid for people you process after 6 p.m. That person I'd get paid for, but anyone else besides that, you don't get paid for. So manage your expenses using the checkboxes below. So we had $30 in savings. I made $70 that day, and then I have to pay $20 for rent. You have to pay rent. Don't ask me why you have to pay it daily, but unless it's unless they have like a really high rent, or if they just have a real weird laws there. Anyways, you can choose whether to pay for food or not, and also heat. Keep in mind, food and heat, if you don't opt out for those, then your family members can get sick. So this is telling you what kind of house you live in, your family. So I have a wife, son, mother-in-law, and uncle. They're all okay. Those are our passports. These are tokens. I don't know if we're really going to be getting any. They come into effect here and there, but they don't actually have any meaning in the game. Then these are the booth upgrades you can get. And yeah, so this is end of day 1. I'm going to be cutting this video in days, just like I am doing with the this War of Mine video.